and start sounds within the room. Maybe the person next to you can hear them breathing. Maybe me walking around. Start to dial it in so you listen to your own sound. If you feel like you don't have quite a sound yet, you can create a breath called Ujjayi breath or Oshi. On your own. Your natural breath. And I'll show you a different breath work, and the intention is different. For this one, it's for cooling the body. So to do this, you'll roll your tongue like a straw and take sips of air. And as you exhale, just exhale through the nose. You feel that cooling effect over the tongue as you inhale. Walk and sit back on the rib cage. Hands on the mat. Let the head drop, round the back. Press the sit bones towards the back of the mat. On your inhale, roll up the spine. Placing both hands down and inhale, lift. Lean back. Forward into like a cow, like a cat. Matching it up with your breath. You're ready. We'll come to stillness. Take our right hand to our left knee, left hand back behind, and do a gentle twist, not really pulling with the arms, but doing more of a turn with just with the core. Once you get there, lift up the chest for long spine. Inhale back to center, switching sides. Left hand to right knee. Lift up the chest. Inhale back to center. Pulling over the knees, Finding tabletop, stacking the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, stacking the joints, and then pull the stomach up and in so you're creating a slight micro arch with the back. Strong core. Next inhale, let's take the right foot towards the wall, finding balance, 3 points of contact. Left hand forward with the thumb up. Knee round the back, drop the head. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Take both floating limbs out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Set it down. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the chest, cow. Exhale, round the back, press into the shins, cat pose, drop the head. Inhale, lift up, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, back to center. Take the left leg back, followed by the right arm forward, thumb up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Both limbs out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Set it down. Come up to standing on the knees. Toes. Left leg out to the side. Slide leg. Up. Topple over, find balance on your hand, lift up. Other hand up towards the ceiling. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Switching legs. Support. Right. Down the leg. Inhale back. And tabletop one more time. Taking fingertips away from each other. Bringing the eye, the elbow forward. Start to rock right, working into the wrist. Come to stillness. Point the fingertips towards each other. With the same motion left to right. Come to stillness. Fingertips towards your knees. Eyes of the elbow forward. And then start to lean the hips back towards the heels. You won't make it very far. But this is this elbow. When you're ready, bring the fingertips back forward. Right palm's going to be up. We're going to put a little bit of pressure into the wrist. And switch sides. Coming back to center with both palms. The back on the heels. Grab a block and place bone and heels. Elevation. Take the hands behind you, fingers, then press both the fists down. Both hands to the left hip. Drop the head to the left shoulder. Start to roll out the neck, bringing the chin down towards the chest. Then bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. Do a couple of rounds of that, just working into your own tensions. We'll inhale back to center, taking our hand to the opposite hip, dropping our head to the right shoulder. Starting to find the roll in the neck, chin to the chest. Then turning back to look towards the ceiling. Center, release the hands, lift up, move the block, find tabletop and tap out the feet to move that energy in the ankles. When you're ready, we'll make our way standing at the top of the mat. Just have your feet at hip width distance apart. Lift up all the toes and try to start with the pinky toe to the big toe, setting them down. If it doesn't work out that way, it's okay. Just like bend in your knees, tuck the tailbone, pull the stomach in, lift up the chest, roll out the shoulders, and pull the chin back over the chest. Hands to heart center. Just for fun, maybe close your eyes. Notice your balance physically, mentally, emotionally, setting your intention for the practice. That might sound like I'm just going to enjoy every breath, every movement. You can also dedicate your practice to someone you're thinking about. Blinking your eyes open. We'll take the hands out to the side, up overhead, face the palms together. Drop the shoulders, pull the stomach in. Take a deep inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, reach for the toes. Inhale, lift up the torso, place your hands on the thighs, lift up the chest, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold. I tend to go a little bit fast. Inhale, halfway lift. Just go your own speed and catch up. If you find something that feels good for you, stay in that pose. Catch up later. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Interlace the fingers. Point the index finger for Kali Mudra. Bring the toes and the heels together. Actually, let's do something a little more fun. Take the right foot and lift it up. Left and bring the pinky. Separate the hands. Pull the stomach in, reach for the toes. I told you it'd be fun. And then just walk your hands from left to right. Find where it feels good for you in the hip. When you're ready, come back to center. Inhale, come all the way up. Interlace the fingers, point the index finger. We'll lift up the right foot, bring it back to center. Lift up the left, wrap it around. Release the hands, pull the stomach in, reach for the toes. Exhale. Walk your hands left to right. Drop the head. On your next, way back up. Interlace the fingers, back to center. Point the index finger. Good. Take a deep inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, lean over to the right and press the left hip out. Eight. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, other side. Breathe into it. Inhale up to center. This time, drop your head back and roll it from left to right. Keep the eyes open. Inhale up to center. Exhale, fold. Spread the feet back out to hip width distance apart. Placing 2 fists between the feet. We'll place both hands into the crooks of our elbows for ragdoll, and then let the head drop. Start to do micro movements of straightening one knee at a time, just working into the hips. Release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Take the right foot back. Good. Low lunge. Spin the back foot to a 90-degree angle, preparing for warrior two. Inhale, bring the torso upright. Back leg, warrior. Inhale, back forward, creating one long line of energy. Top hand to the back foot. Good. Roll the hands down, frame the foot, lift the back heel. High plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, roll onto the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Just lower back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Tuck the back toes. Inhale, press up into tabletop. Exhale, press the hips high, down facing dog. Pedal out the feet, straightening one leg at a time. Grip the mat firmly with your palms. When you're ready, look between the hands, baby step all the way to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Take the left foot back. Low lunge. Spin the back foot to a 90-degree angle, preparing for warrior two. Good. Inhale, bring the torso upright. A little bit different. On your inhale, bring the torso forward. Exhale, bring the torso back, surfing it out. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Come back to center. And if you tried closing your eyes on the other side, try it on this side as well. Blinking the eyes open. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior, reaching down the back leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot, lift the back heel. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Roll into the belly, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift up for baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Exhale, lower. Your hands back beside your hip. We're gonna lift. Hand, right hip, resting the head on the mat. The top leg can be up behind us, or you can bend the knee and place the sole of the foot on the mat. Inhale, roll back onto the belly, switching sides, hand out, pressing with our right hand on our left hip, resting the head, stretching out the shoulder. Inhale back to center. Hands beside the rib cage, tuck the inhale, press up to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog, press the hips high. Take any movement that feels good for you. On your inhale, take your left leg up high. And then start to lift your right heel up high and then lower the right heel to the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lower the left foot to the floor. Take the right leg up high. Then start to lift the left heel, lifting you up off the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lower the right foot. Come to the knees. Take the knees wide. Press the bones towards the heels. Hands out wide on the mat, and then drop the forehead to the mat. Child's pose. Start to roll the forehead left and right across the mat, kneading out the third eye. Come into stillness. Walk your left hand over to the right. Stack the hands. Side bend. Resettle the hips. When you're ready, switching sides. Walking hands to opposite side and settling back in. On your inhale, come back to center. We'll press the tabletop. Make your waist standing one more time. So ground into the left foot. We're going to lift. It helps if you press the big toe into the mat. And then opening up the hip. The calf and pressing those surfaces together. And press the chest, crown of the head towards the ceiling. And the bent forward, leg forward. Pull micro dips here. Good. Good. Shake leg to the left, creating 90-degree angles with the hip, knee, and the ankle. Focusing on something that's not moving. Opening up the hip. Get counterbalance. Sole of the foot to the calf, pressing the two surfaces together, and then pressing the hips forward, lift up the chest. And do the hands up in front of you. Rotate the wrist, place the fingers. Inhale. Press the forefingers of the thumb. Exhale, chin mudra all the way down. Good. Release the hands. Bring the belly forward. A couple of micro dips. Check it out. I lied. One more balancing pose. Ground to the left leg. Lift up the right. Or with the leg. Eventually touching the forearms down to the shin. And then trying to press the sit bones back so they're over the heel. On your inhale, pulling the stomach in, lifting up. Shake it out. Good. Ground it into the right foot, lifting up the left. To flex the toes. On your inhale, pulling the stomach in. Shake it out. Take the feet out wide. Toes out, heels in. If there's pressing the hips forward and lean back. As you lean back, also towards the ceiling. And down for the floor, placing the palms underneath the shoulders. Let the head drop. You can stay right here, or you can start to walk your hands between the feet, back towards the back side of your mat, letting the head drop. Once you get to your full extension, though, lift up your hips a little bit more. When you're ready, starting to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. We'll bring the right hand to the center of the mat. Hand is going to twist open, trying to come vertical towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower back down. Switching hands, left hand to the center. Open up to the right. Exhale, lower. Arm on the mat. Bend your right knee down to the right for a side lunge. Left toes up towards the ceiling, opening up for the adductor muscles. Find your variation. Bringing the hands back to the floor. Now lift up the hips up high. Start to float over to the opposite side. Dropping hips down to the left. Bend. Keep breathing. Placing the hands on the floor. The hips up high. Walk your hands forward. Toes are going to come back to center on the mat, setting up for downward facing dog. Inhale, take the left leg up high. Exhale, bring the left knee towards the left elbow and drop that knee down towards the mat. The foot's going to come out to the side for half pigeon. Good. comfort level. Or you can start to find a way. Maybe even dropping all the way to the floor. Yeah. This is working the sciatic nerve, that part of us that gets annoyed if we sit at a desk all day. If you want to work into a variation of a side or underneath, bringing your right ear to the mat. When you're ready, let's come out of the twist. Start to press the hands into the mat. So we're lifting. We'll lift up into the left thigh, and then do a little bit of fire rotations with the hip. When you're ready, setting that left leg down. And inhale the right leg up high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. We'll slide it down, preparing for making any adjustments, maybe walking the extended leg back, finding your variation. If you want to try the twist on this side, we'll lift up just a little bit, tucking our left shoulder underneath, resting the left ear on the mat. When you're ready, we'll come out of the twist, start to lift up into the hands, tucking the back toes, up the hips, taking the right leg up high, doing those same fire hydrant rotations, moving the energy into the hip. When you're ready, come down to the knees. See where body's at with this. We'll the heels up wide. Try to sit between the heels. See if our bottom touches the mat. Doesn't touch, we'll block and sit on the block. And we'll stay upright just with that quad stretch. If you are down on the floor though, you can start to lean back into your elbows. But if you're on If you're on the floor, we'll start to press into the elbows, bringing the torso upright. I can over into the tabletop. Just extend one leg, pressing the heel towards the wall, flexing out those knees. Good. And we're gonna make our way down to our belly, working into our sphinx. Then re-engage. Stay right here, or if you want a little bit more in your lower back, palms out to a 45-degree angle, and then press up into stretches. Bring the eyes, the elbows forward, and then pull back the shoulders. If it's too much, we'll come back down to Sphinx pose. Wherever you're at, breathe into it. Lowering down to our elbows, we'll take that, create a diamond shape with your forefingers and thumbs, and drop the forehead down to the mat. Bend the knees, feet up towards the ceiling, just rock the feet left and right, releasing the lower back. Come to stillness. We'll keep the feet up towards the ceiling though. Bringing our chin to the mat, hands back beside the hips. Lift up and grab the feet. Once you have a grip on the feet, bring your chin back to the mat and try to walk your knees and your heels closer together. Try to create one line of energy. And you can stay right here. This is just fine. It's a good stretch. If you want a little bit more on your inhale, we'll kick the feet into the hands. This will lift up the thighs off the floor, lift up the shoulders off the floor, roll onto the soft part of your belly. Let go of the feet. Bring the hands back in front of you for that diamond shape. Elbows out wide, and just rock the feet left and right. Dropping the head to the mat. Bring the hands back beside the rib cage, tuck the toes. Inhale, press up tabletop. We're going to bring the feet forward, cross them, and back into our sit bones. Front view, staff pose. Forward, try to grab onto something. Maybe it's toes, maybe it's the shins. Once you have that grip, lift up your chin and try to pull your shoulders back. You want to have a long spine here. Every time you inhale, try to lengthen. Every time you exhale, maybe bend the elbows a little bit, but keep the long spine. Let go of the feet. Inhale, roll up the spine. Floor. Bring the shoulder blades closer together. Inhale, hands up overhead. Exhale, passive fold. Hands just on the mat, not pulling anything. Let the head drop around the back. Just let gravity do all the work. Different intention. Inhale, roll up the spine. Hands behind us, fingertips pointed away. Exhale. behind us for a side twist. Maybe thumb into the spine. Right. Inhale, kick that foot forward. Bring the torso forward. The left hand forward. Up overhead, back behind it. Inhale back. Then lift up the chest. And release. Shake it out. Both the feet together. A block handy. And then push the feet far out away from you, create a big diamond shape. Find our variation on the block where we think we can reach our hand to. Maybe it's 2 blocks. That's okay. Your next inhale, we'll start to roll up the spine. We'll move both the blocks out of the way. Help our knees up and shoulder to the knees. There. Just lean forward a little bit. Rock them to right. This time we'll take our 2 peace fingers on the big toe. Lock your heels back. That next to your. If you want to rock and roll, you can do that. I won't do it because I have a mic set on my back. Try to ready. We're gonna make our way onto our backs. We'll have the strap accessible. Once you're on your back, just start by placing both feet on the floor, lifting up the hips, and then lower the hips down to the mat just so you're extending the lower back. Maybe tuck the chin down towards the chest so you're lengthening the back of the neck. We'll take our strap and take our right leg up high, placing the strap just beneath the toes and holding onto the strap with the right hand. Your left foot can stay bent, or you can extend the left leg to the end of the mat. The left hand can go out to the T. And then pull that strap a little bit more, trying to bring the foot closer over the face. Stretching out the hamstrings. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, we'll drop that foot out to the side, opening up the hip. Hang onto the strap. Let the hips resettle. Breathe into it. On your inhale, we'll bring that foot back up high. We're going to switch the hands. And keeping both hips grounded, we're just going to float that foot slightly over the hips until you feel it. If you don't feel it, pull on the strap. Inhale back to center. We'll let go of the strap and pull that knee down into the chest. You can hold onto the thigh or the outside of the foot for half happy baby. Once you're here, try to let your whole back relax into the floor. Drop the shoulders. And then try to bring that heel over the knee, vertical. Doesn't have to get there. When you're ready, we'll release the foot. We're going to grab that knee with the opposite hand and pull it across the body, rolling onto our left hip for a supine twist. This is working into the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine. If you want to complete the twist with your neck, you can look towards the opposite thumb. Inhale back to center. It'll help if you place both feet into the floor, lift up the hips just to recenter the spine. And then switching sides, we're going to take the strap. Our left foot goes towards the ceiling. Strap just underneath the toes. Then pulling that strap a little bit more so the foot comes further over the face, just to your comfort level. Good. Just to experiment a little bit here, rotate your foot clockwise and counterclockwise. Notice how this changes the stretcher. So we're rotating the ankle, the hip. Okay. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to drop this foot out to the side. Hang on to the strap. Inhale back up to center. We're going to switch hands with the grip. Keeping both hips grounded. Just bring that foot slightly over the hips. Pull on the strap if you don't feel it. Inhale back to center. Let go of the strap. We'll pull the knee down into the chest. Happy baby. Holding onto the thigh or the outside of the foot. Letting the whole back relax into the floor. Letting go of the foot or the thigh, grabbing the knee with the opposite hand and pulling it across the body, supine twist. All these twists are wringing out your digestion system. Inhale back to center. It'll help if you place both feet on the floor. Just lift up the hips to recenter the spine. If you have any final poses you want to do to finish off your practice, go ahead and do those. Maybe a full happy baby, maybe a supported fish pose, maybe shoulder stand, maybe another twist. Eventually making our way into our final pose of Shavasana. The legs extended on the mat, toes out, hands beside the hips, palms up for a cooling effect. And to start with, just stick your tongue out of your mouth, try to touch your nose. Relax the tongue, let it settle to the bottom of your mouth. Our final pose is a conscious awareness, scanning the body for changes. To assist with that, we'll bring our attention to our left foot, our left leg. Squeeze all the muscles in your left foot and your left leg. Take a deep inhale, hold your breath. Exhale, release, relax the foot. Bring your attention to your right foot, to your right leg. Squeeze all the muscles in your right foot and your right leg. Take a deep inhale and hold your breath. Exhale, release, relax. Bring your attention to your right hand, your right arm. Make a fist. Squeeze the muscles tight. Take a deep inhale and hold your breath. Exhale, release, relax. Let go of the hand. Bring your attention to your left hand, your left arm. Make a fist. Squeeze all those muscles tight. Take a deep inhale and hold your breath. Exhale, release, relax. Open up the hand. Bring your attention to your core, your buttocks, your quads, your chest. Squeeze all those muscles tight. Take a deep inhale and hold your breath. Exhale, release, relax all of it. Finally, bring your attention to your face. Scrunch up your mouth, scrunch up your eyes, scrunch up your whole face. Take a deep inhale, hold your breath. Exhale, release, relax. For final meditation, count down your breath, starting with the number 27. So I inhale 27, I exhale 27. We'll go all the way to 0. We're here for a couple minutes. Start to come back to the room. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently turn your head from left to right. And bend your knees, place the feet on the floor, and roll onto your left side with the right nostril up. This will be a boost of energy for Pingala energy. Resting the head on the lower arm. Take your top hand and close off the bottom nostril. Just breathe in and out of your right nostril. Releasing the hand from the nose, coming back to your natural breath. Keeping the eyes gentle or closed. We'll press into the top hand, come up to an easy seated posture with the legs crossed. Hands to heart center. Dropping the chin down towards the chest. And just doing a final Om to close out the practice. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it all out. Inhale to prepare. Om. Deep inhale. Exhale, let it out. Namaste. Have a wonderful night. Take care of yourself. Drink lots of water. You're welcome, sir.